Go tip.
Got it right there. Oh, yeah. All right, y'all. Islam, peace and love. I'm Brother Shine. This is Brother Hassan, and we are here to tell you about the solar ingress Scorpio. Yeah, that's an intensive Scorpio. Yeah.
Yo.
You know, dude, it's like, yeah, my name's Tyrone, and I'm here to somebody's wife.
Wow, yo. Hey, yo, stop.
Delineated by Scorpio.
Yo, stop. Yo. That's actually freaking hilarious, man. Hilarious.
Peace and love to you all. Happy Moon Day. You know, once again, this is Brother Sean L with my awesome bro.
All righty. Peace and greetings to you all. Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here in Morocco at northwest of Maxim. How are you? Let's get it, bro.
We're about to get right into it. Sun ingress Scorpio. Brother Sign will be starting us off and be doing 7 through 9. I'm 4 through 6, 10 through 12. So you know, like Tony. Let's get down. Let's get down. Let's get down. Come on,
let's get down. Let's get down.
For the sun ingress. Islam, I yield to you, broski, starting out in the Leo zone.
Alrighty, so this is the sun ingress, alrighty, for Scorpio in the Leo zone. It's happening near the Minneapolis Corporation, Minnesota. Shout out to the twins, right? Everyone that could be a twin, or shout out to those having twins, or twins that have just arrived. However, we see Minneapolis, Minnesota here, and it's happening at 0500 35 minutes and 42 seconds, all right, which is 5:35 42 ante-meridian central, as it's saying there. All right, so guys, we're seeing a solar ingress into Scorpio in the first house with Libra on the rise, right? And we actually see that the moon's entering very soon its balsamic phase, so to speak, on its way to a new moon in Scorpio also soon, which will probably be one of the next Intuition Mondays we go in on, right? So with that being said, guys, really looking at Venus here, right? Interestingly, just 8 minutes from off of the, it's a conjunction, just 8 minutes away, actually, from there. So shout out to all you Scorpion Venusian people who are going to have your Venus return in Scorpio. I'm saying that respectfully. It's only a few that I've actually had great interactions with that were Venus in Scorpio. It's only got fingers left over, counting on one hand. However, that's just my experience. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just that, what I'm actually seeing here with, actually, it's interesting, says technically, she's still Kazemi, if I'm not mistaken, right? So, because it would be from 0 degrees 0 minutes to 0 degrees 17 minutes. So Venus is Kazemi, you all. She's within the heart, right? In the heart of the sun. So this would be what people would call it Habibi, right? A sweetheart, apple of the eye type of conjunction here. So yes, both Venus and Sun would be ruling not only the ascendant, however, would be also ruling the 8th house. So what we can actually see happening here for this ingress, guys, there will be it's going to be a lot of Cancers born. That's what I'm going to definitely say here. Some people may allow themselves to, bring forth children through, some conception taking place here, actually. That's why I said, that twin energy, that twinning is actually happening. So really, I know. You're hilarious. You might be bringing about baby Jesus, right? Because in the first house right here, not only is it Mercury there in the Libra, it's also always together Spica and Arcturus, Spica in the constellation Virgo and Arcturus in the constellation Boots. That's your Mary and Joseph there, right? And bringing them together on high, though, being held just above them about to rise right after the moon just rose, because this is right after moonrise, obviously, right? We're going to see Mercury rising soon. So we can really see a communication is going to be very pertinent between couples. Actually, a solid commitment in matrimonial obligation, even if it isn't a ceremony. It'll be very fortunate for all those involved and the entire kinship family, as you would say, or however you would like to look at your group pertaining to relatives. Everyone will see the divine energy that is taking place as far as the connection between those said loved ones, that said couple. So here, guys, what we can really allow ourselves to do is really double up, right, on how we're going to utilize this energy in being the heads, so to speak, pertaining to our relatives and our loved ones, and really moving forward and spearheading that which really will allow us to have a very innovative and soul directive joint adventure. All righty. And that's with Venus and the sun not only ruling Libra, where the balance is in the relationship. However, that innovative soul destined joint adventure is an ode to Venus and the sun ruling the 8th house also in this particular chart for the Leo zone. And with that, I yield the floor. Islam. Here in the Cancer zone, St. Paul's Point, all right? And this is Pacific time, obviously, at 0235 minutes and 42 seconds. It looks like it's saying Pacific time. That's interesting, for it to be 3 hours. However, that's what it looks like, PST, right? So at 235:42 ante-meridian, we're actually seeing from near St. Paul's Point, this is taking place in the 2nd house. And interestingly, Venus and the sun are still ruling here in the 2nd house. However, the 9th house also. So that's why I really find some value in something on the internet. It's going to be published. It's going to really allow you to, make the decisions. This makes me want to ask Brother Sean, what portion in cuffing season are we in now? Are we still in, is this drafting, or where are we at?
It is tryouts.
It's tryouts. Okay, so we're in tryouts for cuffing season. And I mean, there's definitely a lot of trying outs going on here. However, guys, you won't have to really take all along with it. There was someone, that you've been speaking to through electronic means, whether it's text, phone, maybe you've been emailing one another. And now there's this means to really let one another know how each other feel. You guys may make the decision to come together, actually find the values in not being possessive, but being able to possess one another within the home, as well as be able to shorten that long distance. All right, you'll find an actual way to make one another be closer together. So when it comes to this, whoever you are, and having this long distance relationship, you really have found a way to really institute, so to speak, a means for you to really bring yourselves together. Maybe someone's got some news like, hey, look, I just got a promotion, or they're transferring me and I'm going to be actually 30 minutes away from you type energy. So that's kind of what you kind of see going on there. So with that being said, I can really see that you're really going to allow yourself to really allow your subconscious mind and your emotions to really flow and communicate and just be honest, so that you can really set the tone for this new step in the relationship. All right. And ultimately also, this could also deal with publishing, possibly with newspapers. Also, you may see something written in some type of publication and or blog, maybe even if a lot of people are getting their news via the internet. However, those of us that still enjoy good old fashioned paper, we may actually see something brought up about some type of love interest, love affair, or something dealing with how people are now expressing themselves in loving relationships. And with that, I yield the floor. Islam.
Islam.
Now we're in the Gemini zone, actually, for the Sun Ingress Scorpio. And near the Amanu Islands, all right, this is happening just 35 minutes and 42 seconds after midnight, all right, so 12:35:42 ante meridian near Amanu Island, all right, and this solar ingress in the Scorpio is actually taking place in the third house, and interestingly, with Venus ultimately Kazemi, along with the Sun, they're ruling the, and it's interesting because I think in that last one and this one, the Sun's ruling the Ascendant. So children are very prominent in conversations today. On this day, actually, children are very prominent on conversations. And again, this is taking place the 23rd October 2022. So we're 13 days in advance to this happening. All righty. So we can actually see that possibly too, someone may, it's interesting, you may work at a daycare. You may be interested in one of the beings that are there. If you are a brother that works at a daycare or whatever, you may find yourself taking interest further in the conversations you've been having over the year or so with some mother who is just with herself and child. Or if you are a mother, a woman at a daycare, you may find yourself taking further interest in moving forward with that father who is there with just him and his child only every time you see them come to the daycare. However, I also see when it comes to, creative pursuits, maybe people that are in theater, people that actually are on stage, that kind of theater. You may be preparing yourself for that Shakespearean Romeo and Juliet kind of kiss. You may find yourself actually getting some type of lead role, actually, in with a love interest. You guys may actually see something dealing with love and be like, hey, I had no clue that, these two beings had a love scene, so to speak, or whatever. So that may be a bit of a talk in just, locally, maybe amongst you and your peers, your neighbors, maybe your siblings. And you'll actually be speaking about the career possibly of some actors, so to speak, and really allow yourself to really see what kind of, hidden things or things that you didn't see before. And now you're beginning to isolate some things out about that. However, if you're an actor, a real actor, not like someone who, says that they're one thing and then you had to find out that there's something else. I'm not saying that kind of actor. That's deception. I'm not talking about you're a part of some religious community and then people find out you're an actor or something. I'm not speaking about that. I'm talking about someone who is really into theater, someone who is really into, allowing themselves to do script reading and or script writing and allowing their creativity to show forth. It's really going to be very regal in the position that they're taking. Wow, I just got the whole King Lear type of image in my head as far as titling. And, you will be allowing yourself to really bring forth your creativities and the beauty. People will be able to see that you're very artistic in how you actually present yourself when it comes to your acting skills and or acting qualities. Well, let's say you're a puppeteer, all right, and people may actually recognize that, you're doing an excellent job, so to speak, quote unquote, excellent motivating energy in your career as you are using your hands to really communicate something beautiful that really allows the balance for children to come forward a lot more. You'll see whoever this puppeteer is will really allow for the children to really find the value, and you'll see in your own subconscious mind how it's not only very helpful to the children, but also helpful to yourself, mom and dad, all right? So with that, I yield the floor, Islam.
Islam, all right. Keep this thing going here. All righty, so we are now in the Taurus zone, right? October 23rd. on the Sunday Soul Day. All right, we had Lenical, Banashu. All right, so let's see what we got here. You know what I'm saying? Get my Scorpio and intense on. All right, yo. We got the sun in the fourth house. You know what I mean? Sun, Scorpio, fourth house. You know what I mean? We got Gemini on the rise. All right. Look at that. Venus has got say so over all that. So, Sun Ingress Scorpio, fourth house. This is all about creative transformation when it comes to yourself and your home, your physical body, and your spiritual temple. Yeah, there's definitely a transformation taking place here, or also coming out of a transformation. Now, with the sun leaving Libra, so we're definitely leaving, balancing, and finding harmony. And now we're getting into the mysteries, occult knowledge, which is just hidden things. So, and Sun is Scorpio. So don't be afraid to embrace the change and knowledge that ye may reject because it doesn't seem proper. All right, and with that Kazemi going on with Venus right there, yeah. So this is some healthily relate. So like, or find a subject that you either you yourself or your loved one can intensively enjoy and healthily dive into that together. And Venus got the final say so over Mercury and Luna. So you know what, that Luna represents the people, right? So Luna's at fourth. She's got accidental dignity here. So this is all just about finding beauty and peace. Mercury is all about communicating beauty and peace. And Taurus is ruling over the 11th and 12th. All right. So when it comes to the 4, 11, 12, with Venus having say so over that, we really can look to break through with our just finances and our values here. We're just finding peace and solitude here, or really just enjoying ourselves, or discussing some healthy topics or intensive topics within the groups, and also just in the privateness of your domus. All right. And yeah, this is being poured out through communication here. So just be open to communicating, chatting, releasing anxiety, or finding out the stems of anxiety, so that when anxiety comes up, you're able to recognize that and transmute that into something better. And also, there could be some fatal relationship that you have, whether it's with a figure, like authority figure, or just a being that's really going to change your mindset about things. So make sure you be on the lookout for that as well, for the Vanashu area and also Gemini risings. And I'm going to yield, and we're going to keep this thing going. All right, so next up here, we have the Ebi Zone. We're at Kobe, Japan. All right.
Kobe.
All right. This is at 1900 hours, 35 minutes, 42 seconds, or 7:35:42 post meridian. All right. So now I've got Sol in the fifth. So he's definitely home, feeling good here. And fifth house. So yeah. This is about romance, creativity, romance and creativity here. So with the Sun and Venus conjunct, this is like a birth or something. Like if you have been in a partnership, you'll really be seeing a sense of transformation for these next 30 degrees. We know that this happens at this moment. This is a snapshot of the moment, but this is for the whole sun cycle of how it's going to play out for Sol. So, for those that are in partnerships, you guys will really be seeing a sense of transformation. And if not, there will be things coming up that will kind of test that. Not saying, being a doom and gloom astrologer, but if you're unhealthy, kind of too obsessive or possessive or any of that, really just find a healthy way to take that and make it into something better for the both of you. For the singles out there, you know what I'm saying? For everybody out there, you're going through a self-transformation of yourself as well. So definitely relating, doing something for the children here. So there's a children, Scorpios investigation. So someone's little ones out there could be wanting to be an investigator, or like, hey, mom, I was researching this, studying this, and just allow that to happen. And you might enjoy yourself diving into that mystery with them, like building a sandcastle or making a fort, in the dome. It's something just different that themselves can enjoy. And the communications here, once again, it's got to be balanced, harmonic and balanced. So review back to your Libra season. And also, set you some goals here. So vision boards would be a good thing. Let's see. Venus too. Yeah, this is like like watching a documentary or something like that for some. Maybe going to watch one of your favorite sci-fi movies, science fiction. Anything else? And Moon is right there too. Yeah, so just looking at a way to find balance, peace, and harmony, and just getting over whatever it is that doesn't make you want to study things that are so-called hidden, but they're really in your face. It's just that you reject that for whatever reasons within you. So definitely get into that. And with that, I will yield. And let's see, we will get into now the Pisces Zone, which will be in that 6th house, word to Brother Jack.
Word.
All right, so this is Bhutan, Indonesia. This will be current for you guys. October 23rd on the Sunday, on the Soul Day. At 5:35:42 post meridian. And this is going down in you guys' 6th house of service. So this is also an honorable mention. This is also an honorable mention for Taurus risings here. All right, guys. So definitely say this is like some work love right here. If you've been, kind of like eyeing somebody at the job or just wherever you go get service, you're definitely gonna kind of be like, you know what? Thinking about taking that chance, or I'm about to dive in. Taking that chance of like, hey, I'm feeling good, and I just want to let you know I've been feeling you. Mercury's in Libra, so it's just communicating beauty. So maybe now finally tapping into that extra side of energy. So really just kind of let things be known. All right. It might come off kind of aggressive, Sun and Scorpio and Venus is definitely kind of that aggressive energy, but directed in a healthy fashion can be very, very beneficial. It can get some things moving. So Libra's balanced. So now we're in Scorpio. So this is about some intensity. Just some merging here, just, You just want to get close to you. You want to get close to you. So if you want to get close to somebody, let them know. If you're feeling somebody, let them know.
Girl, you know. Yo.
And Venus is ruling the Ascendant and the 6th house here. So this is definitely treating yourself too. Whether it be to a nice meal or maybe getting your hair cut a certain way, getting your nails done, getting something for the domicile that might make it look real cool, or just investing in something to really help you tap into your creative side and creative gifts here. And North Node and Uranus there too. So definitely we're gonna keep telling you, like we tell you every Monday, Wednesday, and pretty much every day, get your mirror readings. Get your tarot readings from me, get your Reiki sessions from either I or Brother Corey, you know, just this whole time that Sol and Venus will be and Libra, it'll definitely be stepping into the unknown. This is like moving into unknown charted territory, or what some would also say, you know, taking that leap of faith. So really just being open to things that you shun because you didn't know about, especially probably while you were younger, right? So yeah, the best part here is really just to step into that wisdom, that foreign knowledge here, because yeah, a lot of changes are gonna be in the home. Soul's in the first, as in that Cancer Navamsha. So yeah, really just liberating the home with knowledge and wisdom, and getting more intimate with yourself. And if you have a partner, that partner as well. And just enjoying each other's time and company here. And with that, I'm going to yield, and I'm going to just alley hoop that back to my bro.
So, you know me, bro, I'm doing my shares and post-productionings, but before post-production, so it's pre-production, or actually during production, right?
During
All right.
production.
Let's finish knocking this out in under an hour. All righty. So it's Aquarius zone, right? So this Ingress is taking place in the 7th house, while Libra's Kazemi. We're talking about relating, and Venus is there too. So Libra is there too on the 7th house cusp. So Venus has accidental dignity in the 7th. It's ruling over the 7th house in Libra, however, they're being in Venus. So this is what I can really say, guys. You can really allow you and your loved ones to really discuss the balance and the dominance in the relationship. You know, sometimes, you know, Venus and Scorpio will be, for example, sex can be used like a carrot trying to lead a horse. So make sure that there's an equal balance there in really bringing to heart that quote unquote sexual dominance that can take place, because Venus in Scorpio would be said to be in, you know, in a debilitated state, so to speak, because it does much better in Taurus. So with that being said, what you can actually do here is really allow yourself to find the beauty in joint energies, find the beauty in both each other's quote unquote strengths and shortcomings, because what one may be having a shortcoming in, the other will actually have the strength in. And we can actually see here in all relationships of all types, not just, you know, erotic, quote unquote, eros type energy. And it's interesting. Where is Eros right now? In the 6th house. So, you know, there's this, you know, the people will find a way to service one another without thinking in a harmful fashion that, you know, makes you not forget one's frame, so to speak. So what can actually happen here is accommodation. I'm going to say this is a real accommodation energy here. Honestly, especially with Venus being within the sun's heart. However, Mercury being in the 7th house, also ruling over the 6th by dispositorship for Venus. What can actually happen here is vulnerability can also take place in a safe space. So you guys that are within the zone, sharing the zone, the Aquarius zone with Sabha, Bangladesh, where this is taking place at 1635.42 or 435.42 post meridian, right? During this time for the Aquarius zone, you can really, really see how the values that are going to be poured out in the relationship are really going to allow some sudden changes that take place that will actually be superly helpful and assisting in the comprehension pertaining to fairness that's going to take place as well as really seeing a new way and idea of allowing resources to be had. If you're still utilizing the Federal Reserve note system while transitioning and bridging into just knowing you can have things by directing the appropriate secretaries and having delivery happen as need be, then, you know, what you'll be able to do is be highly effective and not just the discussion, however, the planning for the manifestation to be flawless. All right. And with that, I yield the floor. Islam. Next will be the Capricorn Zone.
Add on to that. I was just
for this Scorpion solar ingress. Is it the Capricorn Zone or no?
Yeah. For those that are gathered, even myself, look up that sexual tantras, if I'm correct on that.
It's interesting. Highly, highly interesting. Islam.
Pop dancing. Let me add that in there.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad at all, too, to comprehend, you know.
He was talking about that sexual magic energy. It's like not using sex as like a lower kind of self-gratification tool, but knowing that there's a higher thing that you can do, a higher state that you can reach. So with those tantras with your loved ones, so yeah, taking that intensity, that intimacy, and really being able to use that energy to really truly bring things. And
Indeed, as well as also with you saying that, it brings to my mind the perfect matrimony also. So that energy is there also. And shout out to, let's see how we got this here. Yaya.
Shout out to JL.
Sexton. Yeah. I guess you say shout out to who?
Oh, I thought you were saying the chat's like shout out to JL.
Oh yeah, JL's not in the chat right now. However, or at least if they are, I haven't seen anything here. But I see Yaya commented Islam and Derek Sexton giving their gratitude and was asking about Pisces. And I know you just went over the Pisces zone, so that's really cool to see that there also. So with that being said, right, we can also see right here. Actually, hold on, let me run this back. All right, in Capricorn Zone, this is taking place in the 8th house, guys. Really, this is really where the rubber meets the road with this joint account energy. All right, 8th house is the 2nd house to the 7th. So this is the values pertaining to the relationship, the values between you and others. So you can be working, so to speak, right? You can be on where you exchange your energy for compensation, called the Job. If you still are one that still interacting that way until, you know, the means to not be under occupation any further is set appropriately. Here, you'll be able to really see how others in your life actually going to assist you. Because what I really see happening here is a lot of people are going to try to hide their shortcomings. However, in this, I think they'll have a universe kind of interceding on their behalf, where some people may have some insecurities. However, those insecurities will be met in a way where people will kind of assist you in your insecurity without embarrassing you or without making you feel belittled. And it's going to actually allow you to be a lot more honest with yourself and others so that you can grow from that insecurity. All right. So with Venus Cazimi ruling the 3rd as well as the 8th, you will be able to really communicate, probably even with, let's say there's some brothers out there or sisters or siblings in general that have been holding back some energies and communicating, really holding some things in their subconscious mind to not be able to bring forth a viable interaction with one another. What you'll be able to do is really make sudden changes and be able to move forward. Alrighty, you'll be able to dump these sibling animosities and sibling rivalries really to the side. And this may be where, you know, the one who is actually the bigger person out of the two may not have to necessarily do anything but accept the apology pertaining to the one that was the actual offender, alrighty, in the situation, just to, you know, be mild about it. And interestingly, with Sun ruling the seventh house here, children are going to play very prominent. So I think children are going to be the reason why siblings that probably haven't spoken in a long time, they're going to speak. The children are going to force that interaction to happen to those siblings that have not been speaking. However, like I said, not only are the children going to force that, the one sibling that had the least comprehension in that situation, they're going to be the ones that go, hey, you know what? I was wrong. I really analyze and see where I went wrong and things of that nature. And that's beautiful, because what will happen now from this point on, the relationship between you and your sibling will be much, much closer. And both of your souls are destined for that which it deserves, in the positive, in the favorable, so to speak. And with that, I yield the floor. And moving on to the Sagittarius zone. Interestingly, Jupiter is still in Aries. It's 26 minutes off the Aries point. In the Sagittarius zone, though, for this solar ingress, this is Al-Iskandaria, right? Al-Iskandaria, Egypt. And this is happening actually 35 minutes and 42 seconds after noon, all righty. Guys, what you can actually see here, this is taking place in the ninth house, man. There's really, people are going to be really bringing forth some published record of some sorts pertaining to love. It would really behoove you to get your astrology done by 7HealStar, because not only are we, astrologers, we're internationally certified professional astrologers, right? And we're being sincere and honest, all righty? We're not following a script of some sort, or part of a Screen Actors Guild, or getting some type of, actors situation going on there. We're actually diagnosing, the astrology sincerely, and been doing so for quite some time, especially with the grace pertaining to our ancestors to move forward. And so what I would say here is allow yourself to really get the synastry reading that it is that you need. Really find out how your chart interacts with someone else that may be an interest to you. See the synastry between you and your little ones. All righty. How are you and your little ones going to get along if you feel that you're a mother or a father and you may be having difficult interactions with a little one? What you can do is sincerely allow yourself to have a meeting pertaining to the minds first by really analyzing your chart and your children's chart. Or you can actually see how you and maybe where you work, if you got the start date for business you have for yourself or may work for, you can see how your chart interacts with that business. Or if you want to do a joint venture with someone else, see how your chart, their chart, and your business's chart and their business's chart actually would work together. So we would suggest that here you would really allow yourself to. It's interesting how Mars is in Cancer. In the Gemini, just really close to that sixth house cusp that's in Cancer, and the moon's in the eighth house. So what you can, but of course, hilarious. What you can actually do is really find real strong communication in what it is and how you're going to move forward and stand, all right? Especially you may have to go and communicate some things from your childhood that you may have thought been a shortcoming for you, in order to have your children actually comprehend that you really love them. They are the apple of your eye, the apple pertaining to your eye. They are your habibi, all right? And you can really bring some values forward that really will allow the children to probably even go and brag about you to their friends. Honestly, you can really also see that they'll be more of a help to you, especially when it comes to issues that may deal with technologies you don't comprehend. All righty. So there may be some technical, issue that you may have, and you'll see that in that heart to heart that you've had with your little one. Now they can assist you with something that you thought was difficult to comprehend, but they have very some good and well-versed knowledge in said area pertaining to an electronic. So they'll be able to help you with that. All right, and with that, I yield the floor. We're going to move on to the Scorpio zone. I have Scorpio zone? That's interesting. No, that's it for me. I did Aquarius, Capricorn, and Sagittarius. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, Brother Sean Alim El Islam.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, we got Sun Ingress Scorpio. Scorpio zone, y'all. All right, we are at Valencia, Spain. All right, now we have Sol in the 10th house, which is in co-rulership with Luna, as the Leo house cusp is intercepted. Okay, so we got Sagittarius on the rise, so you know that's being poured out through Jupiter. Out the way. All right, so we got Jupiter in the 3rd. So yeah, this is it's interesting. Like this ingress is definitely going to be a mental one for one, Sagittarius risings, and also just those in the Spain area and surrounding areas. Sun in the 10th. Yeah, this is a great time to really just dive into whatever creative projects, or just dive into your career, any long-term goals, or really just starting to study jurisprudence and civics, so that now you can see the mystery behind your status and also the status of those who are in these so-called seats, these authoritative seats. And you'll really start to see once you study that they took an oath to uphold the Constitution. So that when they take an oath to uphold the Constitution and they hit you with statutes, ordinances, codes, and everything else, that they're really firing themselves with that. And Mercury is in Libra. So yeah, this is definitely justice. Venus is Kazemi. So, you know, the love and relating might not be extremely clear. Definitely could be intense conversations. Just be wary of overindulging, but really just take this energy to start to understand status, civics, history, your stance to those that are in these seats. So when it comes to, you know, so-called judges, mayors, all these different beings that have these titles, you really be studying that and bringing light to what is and what isn't. And Luna is conjunct the part of Eros. So yeah, definitely having some communication or nurturing with your loved ones, or finding ways to really nurture yourself. So that now you can find ways to bring, you know, peace and harmony into your daily life for this. And finally, I just will say, yeah, this is definitely, Jupiter's ruling that. Jupiter in the 3rd, retrograde in Aries, about to hit Pisces back soon. So yeah, definitely just expanding your mental, expanding your philosophy and standing on life. With that, I'll yield. Yeah, study history and jurisprudence, and you'll start to see that all these beings have been fired themselves, but just haven't left. It's like when you invite somebody over and they don't know how to leave, and you give them all the cues, and they still don't leave.
Yo, that's funny. That's actually funny. Go home, Roger. That's what my sister said yesterday. Like, go home, Roger. That was so funny. Steve, go home, go home, go home. Yeah, I knew it. All right, that you go, bro.
We got next. We got the Libra zone. We in the Libra zone.
Hey.
All right, so we at Petropolis, Brazil. This is gonna be a lovely soul day.
Rock City.
I wonder what time this is.
Petropolis, Rock City.
Petropolis.
Yeah, Petropolis.
Rock City. Petro, make sure you vote for Pedro. 11th house. So yeah, this is friendship groups, hopes and wishes. So I'm feeling like this area, Sagittarius risings, if you want it and you want to get it, definitely get intense about it and stay optimistic. Because Jupiter and Sagittarius is all about being optimistic. So definitely this area in Sagittarius, not Sagittarius, Terrace,
Sagittarius
could be feeling like a real sense of luck coming up, or just really open to just kind of changing up how they do things, right? And interesting. Mercury's actually got the final say so for Luna, Sol, and Venus. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of writing, a lot of communication. There's definitely going to be some outings when it comes to just values or relationships or marriages. But definitely just watch how you react to others and beings around you, because like I said, Venus and relating isn't truly clear. And Venus isn't really, comfortable in Scorpio. But just I think the collective is really going to start to realize that toxicity, that drama and all that is really not needed. But sometimes it is kind of get the little fuel in the fire, but finding healthy ways to do things and just not accepting toxic as the only way. And Mercury's doing all that communication. And Sun's also ruling the 10th too, which Mercury's got to say so over. So yeah, this is all about communication on the job, on the career, or just finding ways to like attract deals or reviewing contracts and all that, so that everyone wins, so that no one's really having to exchange energy for things they don't have to, or someone's gaining an advantage over someone else. This is really just about balancing all these different things. And yeah, this is gonna be a great, extremely interesting Scorpio season here. And Jupiter's in the 5th, so that's like creating. So definitely create, or if you don't want to start anything new, really look forward to kind of like reorganizing, reassessing what you have learned, so that you can really be clear just on who you are and your square, your foundation that you stand upon. Jupiter wrote in this chart. So yeah, and definitely go back through your social media post. Just look at some like the paintings you used to do when you were younger.
And be fair about the will. Yeah. I just want to add to your wisdom. Be fair about the will. No beefing over who got left what. Balance it out for everyone. I yield.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's gonna be some moon healing to your romance. And and this is coming up on that, like you said, that balsamic coming up on this new moon, which will be next moon day. So make sure you tap back in for that, for the partial eclipse, right? And, yeah. So then I'll yield for that and get into the Virgo zone.
JL finally.
The sun sextile my natal sun here. So Scorpio mothers, get at your boy. If you're trying to build, you
yo, just wanted to say real quick, you're correct. JL is in the chat. Says Islam, Moors, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Right. So yeah, good. Shout out to you, JL. Supreme honor to Prophet, no, but you're Ali. All right. Go ahead, brother Sean. You was saying again to the Scorpio mothers.
Oh yeah, Scorpio mothers. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're talking about building sextiles growth opportunities, so you know what I'm saying? Or Cancer mothers, because those are 60 degrees of where I'm at. Sun's in 12th house, so baby, where you at?
You're hilarious, bro. That would be great, especially if it's a Taurus woman too. That would be awesome too, so to speak.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, Cancer, Scorpio, or Taurus for you, bro. Exactly. They gotta be about this life.
I know. I was also told like, oh, maybe I think you said even maybe try Capricorn, maybe.
We'll see how that goes. Like, I'm not knocking the Capricorn women out there. It's just that, woo, they got to. Jesus Christ. Yeah, bro. I would much rather you have that Taurus. That Capricorn could be transformative at this moment, I guess. I'm not knocking the Capricorn mothers, man. I'm just saying, man. Remember that keyword for Capricorn at times can be I use. It would be better for you to have a Capricorn that's I utilize in helping and assisting, right? And a Taurus mother that would be like I possess qualities to make things, better for you instead of trying to possess you. There's a dual-edged sword to all of this. However, Capricorn mothers, shout out to you. Leave my brother alone. Let me stop. No, go ahead, Brother Sean. You gotta do your thing, man.
I'm just like the sun right now, behind the scenes. So
you're hilarious, Islam.
So Venus conjunct the Ascendant. Yeah, wow. Iquitos, Peru. All righty. Sun's in the 12th here, so for these next 30 days, we'll say 30 degrees for this solar transit. Y'all were really I'm getting a feeling there's a lot going to be retreating into their shell. Word to the tarot card, the Hermits, right? Either retreating into your shell or looking to work behind the scenes. So when it comes to, I'm seeing a lot of counseling. Like, if you haven't got your Synastry readings, definitely I would say get them now with with this Kazemi. Yeah, definitely relate so we can get you in private. We can get you on the Zooms and really just show you each of you as one, and then how y'all can be together so you can really start to move forward for 1, 2, heal, and 3, really just be open to things that are I would say hidden, behind the scenes, afterlife, all these things that most are interested in but are kind of a little fearful of. Yeah, definitely opening to that. And with Venus, conjunct Ascendant Mars is ruling this chart. Mars is in the 8th. Would you look at that? Looky. And Gemini. So this is about communication, short travels, some aggression. So there definitely be some aggression and maybe some partnerships, or just even within yourself. But like we said before, just using that aggression in a healthy, transformative way. So there could be some, like running or, reading some different books. Instead of going to fight someone, how about you just get a punching bag or something like that? Just find different ways to kind of release up the pent energy and aggression. Communication, definitely studying civics behind the scenes. Preparing, your writs, your studies, your book, your notes, your poetry, just all of these different things are being prepped for to move forward with. And Scorpio season is going to bring out, the creative or just the joy. So you could definitely start to find some now joy in private, joy when you're meditating, joy when you're just traveling your conveyance, listening to music, finding the beauties and the smaller things, and and just coming into a new sense of worth. Kind of like, so like I said, went from hermit mode and now it's gonna shift into like tower moment. So definitely for the 12th house, hermit mode and tower moment, and the tower is occurring for this energy for you guys. There's going to be a breakthrough. So just in your relationships and how you do business with others. And Uranus rules astrology. So get your readings. And just know that when you transact for your readings, that if you're looking at it as, wow, that everything I spend comes to me back in tenfold, and I'm spending this to know more about myself, you can attract more to yourself. Or it can really unlock something that you might have known or not known that can really bring that kind of like add that missing link into what is needed for right now for you to not only level up, but to go forward with the next steps that you have for yourself when it comes to joy and romance. And just how you can relate to others. So yeah, definitely have those conversations with yourself, with your loved ones, or if you have like an altar or, whatever those things, how you communicate what you do, definitely do that. And if you haven't, look in ways to get into that. And with that, I'm going to yield. And also, yeah, for Scorpio risings as well. For that, so I'm going to bring us back right here, because you already know it's Brother Shine, Brother Hassan, delineating on Scorpio for you. Intense. Yeah.
It's long.
Greetings to you.
This is bananas. I'm just posting to our Jurisprudence Gem Telegram group there, man. Just let them know, hey, you can catch the archive if you would like to also, right? Just to, put that energy out there, right? Come on back here, man. So, yeah, just, really enjoying what we're doing, how we're doing, right? And really just allowing ourselves to really just go into making sure that you guys have what you need all the time, right? And like my beloved mother mistress consort has always suggested for us to just stay, she told me just to stay focused. You know what I'm saying?
Art couple.
Yes, Brother Sean calls us the solar art couple, right? It's like, it's interesting too, how, yes, our charts are set. So yeah, guys, get that Synastry complete. So, and I mean, I don't know if like what I and my beloved mother mistress consort have found to be the answer in the way. It was just, I would say rare, to say the least. However, maybe not so rare. It may actually happen more now because of the way things in just life and reality overall are lining up. And then, the mind is so powerful that whatever one really sincerely focuses on and, manifests and brings forward, things will actually occur in a favorable fashion. So that being said, guys, I'm just going to wrap up with what I'm saying here. Make sure I give my bro. Let me give you the host, bro. There you go. So when you close on out, you can hit that in button. And
so I'm like, oh, bro, I don't have the host.
No, it's all, man. It's all good. I just actually remembered. So, because I know you're going to close on out. I just know that, man, it's so beautiful to be sincerely on something for 8 years consistently and counting when it comes to astrology and civics, and inspired all these recently come from 2018 beings, and my inspiration being firstly C. Freeman L, and then getting on RB Publications while I'm studying C. Freeman L, and 3 months after that, initiating energy of watching. Then I'm watching Brother Taj Tariq Bey's videos, and shout out to Brother Taj Tariq Bey for that apology that he gave on Friday. That was super sweet, because it just really had me like, yo, we're really doing this wonderful, thankless, venture that we do, you know what I mean, and assisting and uplifting fallen humanity, while others are still looking to, be Federal Reserve agents and get Federal Reserve notes. And we trust that what we do in bringing the, energy to you all in the presentations, not speaking negatively or making negative assertions towards anyone. We just really see that, the path that we're taking based off of, yes, me being able to study consistently with my elders, on the East Coast, and be able to, move forward effectively, and making sure that the people have what they need and giving it to the people, right? And really, like we could have, did many different things, but what I think that I and my brothers really stand for is just being in honor and staying in honor, because I actually know what that comes with later on, and a lot of people are going to actually see also. So I'm just very thankful for, again, brother Terrell Tamari Bay, brother Corey Bay, brother Shaunaline L, and brother Ara Mwaba Bay, because we're able to go in on astrology and civics based on what the elders have shared with us. And when I'm speaking elders, as far as studying with them on the East Coast, brother Taj Tariq Bay, mother Delilah, Pascal, in sharing and allowing me to see clearly why it's important for me to have the relationship as I have now with Mother Rashida Bay, the Siyarha, Great Seal, National Association of Moorish Affairs at Shaka Moxon near the Philadelphia Corporation, and just continue to move forward sincerely, without any confusion being in what it is that we do or how we present. So I just wanted to give that very Venus Kazemi energy, put that out there on the record also. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, in whom I'm well pleased, to close us on out, brother Sean Alim L. Islam. Are you there, bro? I know you're getting ready to go be the greatest server on the planet.
Islam, yeah, bro.
It's on you, bro.
All right. All right, here we go. All right, so, hold on, it's a little blurry. There we go.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna be able to close this out. I ain't even gonna see the end button. All right, so yeah, thank you all again for commenting, interacting with us, sharing, all these different things, and we'll continue to keep doing what we do. And we back here for the Astro Weather Report on Wednesday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Impromptu Improv on Friday, and the AstroLiteracy conference is still going on. So make sure that, you're probably gonna have to start from the beginning. So make sure you definitely transact for that, because you're definitely gonna have to start out from the beginning. It's really grasp it, but it is all documented for whenever you are ready. We will have that ready for you. So, thank you once again. We're here, we're out. Sun Ingress Scorpio in less than a fortnight. Yeah, about less than a fortnight. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And thank you all. Thank you, Brother Hassan, for another great Intuition Monday. And
indeed.
Peace and love to you all. Peace and love to you all.
Islam, peace and love.
Peace and love. Yeah. My rocker, Moor voice.